All right, this video's titled "If you care about the beatbox community, watch this." I was gonna watch it, and let's check it out.
Recently, a new episode titled The Ugly Truth About Swiss Beatbox with star guest Spencer
Yeah, I saw this video. It was long as shit, so I didn't watch it.
X was released on the Beatbox Bros podcast hosted by Maddox and BR. The description says Maddox finally speaks about why he left Swiss Beatbox, and Spencer X shares his own experiences with Swiss Beatbox and Peponi. The video has over 1,000 comments, many of which express shock and disappointment after hearing what was shared in the podcast. A day later, Newpong responded to that video in a live stream where he offered his perspective as an experienced GBB battler and an artist who had his album launched on Swiss Beatbox. If you
Okay,
watch
so
those
he might be
videos, you will
biased.
know that there are things that should not have been said or done. On the other hand, you will also have realized that there's more than one side to the story,
Of
and that
course.
it is important to consider different perspectives so that you can get a better understanding of the whole picture. Regardless, you can tell from the comments on the Beatbox Bros podcast that we have a community who cares for each other and cares for the well-being of those who are pushing our art form.
Of course.
And I am really thankful for that. I took some time before recording this video to carefully think about what was said. I've been involved in the community for several years now,
I've been involved with the community for like 3 months.
and I don't know everything. And I'm still learning a lot about the beatbox industry. But in sharing what I do know, I hope that this video gives more clarity about the situation to help us understand how to build a better community. So let's start with one of the main problems highlighted in this video: unfair compensation. Examples of these
Okay.
include not having much of a prize pool at GBB, artists not
Which I said many times in my live streams, and they need to have bigger prize pools, and they also need to redo the way they have the competition set up. I've already said this, and I'm new, and I already said this
being
shit.
paid for the millions of views they help generate, and Maddox not being paid enough when he worked at Swiss Beatbox. To talk
Okay.
about this, we need to understand two things. Number one, how much beatbox content actually makes on YouTube, and
Uh-huh.
number two, how this affects the beatbox economy.
Okay.
Given that we share a similar audience with Swiss Beatbox and have similar content, we can get a rough figure not only of how much Swiss Beatbox earns, but how much any beatbox community earns through YouTube revenue alone.
If Swiss Beatbox owns the copyrights, which I'm not too sure. I've been copyrighted several times by beatboxing. It's whether I don't know if it's coming from Swiss themselves or from the actual artists, and like it's automatically copyrighted and claimed and whatnot, whatever. But it's on Swiss Beatbox's channel, right? So I don't think they're gonna host a video that's copyrighted and they're not making any money from it. But looking at the millions of views, Swiss Beatbox has made a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now the thing is, GBB, I mean, just looking from the outside in, bro, you can see it costs a lot of money too. The big concerts, now they're starting to fly out the competitors like to Japan. They were flying them out, I believe. I'm not too sure because like back then, like 20 or something like that, they weren't flying out the competitors. The competitors had to fly out themselves. But now that they're flying them out, they have money to actually do that. They didn't have that back then. So I can already tell that they're making some money, but definitely not enough for like super huge prize pools. Now, when it comes to money from YouTube specifically, it's a lot, but it's difficult to say how much the artist should get, right? So the artist puts out a song on Swiss Beatbox, the video gets millions of views. How many of those views are because it was on Swiss Beatbox, and how many of it was because it was a good song or people really love the artist? There's like three different um, reasons on why the video will blow up. And since it's on Swiss Beatbox's platform, they can technically say, hey, it probably wouldn't have done this good if it wasn't on our channel because they have that established presence in beatboxing. When I first typed in beatboxing, first thing that pops up is Swiss Beatbox. They have not a monopoly, but they are the big name. They are the Nike of beatboxing, right? So it's definitely hard to say. And unless you like make some type of contract or make some type of deal, if you're just like, hey, Swiss Beatbox, can you put my song on your channel? And it's going to do numbers. You're probably not going to see a lot of the revenue unless you sign a contract. But Swiss Beatbox has all the leverage, so why would they sign a contract with you? This is definitely something I expected to happen in the community, and I'm glad I'm here to watch it.
Don't forget that communities like Korea Beatbox TV, American Beatbox, Beatbox Germany,
Never seen
Beatbox
them.
India, Beatbox Community,
Never seen them.
and Beatbox Battle World Champs also organize events and post videos with battlers in them.
That's good.
And that
But how many
includes
views do they
Beatbox
get?
International too. So in 2021, we hosted a battle called International Throwdown. How
Okay.
much did we earn? Well, the revenue generated per thousand views is influenced by your content type, where the
Your
viewers are
CPM.
from, how long the video
Yep,
is,
yep, yep.
and other factors. Some
Yep, yep, yep.
industries can earn up to $3 or $4 per thousand views,
Yep.
and some industries can
5,
even go up
6,
to
7,
7 or
8,
8.
9.
For our
Yeah.
10 to 12-minute battle videos, however, we earned on average $1.2 for every
Damn!
1,000 views.
That is so low. Well, it's music related, so it makes sense why it's low. The ones that really make a lot of money is if you can do a commentary channel with not much copyrighted stuff. Like if you're literally sitting down and talking and you make a 10-minute video and people watch majority of the video, your CPM is going to be high because it's especially if you're talking about something like chill, like Legos or something like that, you're going to get a high CPM. Like Ryan's toy reviews, high CPM. It's a kid playing with toys. Easily marketable. Anybody can advertise on it. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, doesn't matter. They will all advertise on that. On music, it's kind of hard because do they like the music? Is it hip hop? Hip hop music, they cuss a lot. They, say derogatory terms to women. Are they willing to advertise on that? Is it that popular? Is it somebody outside of just hip hop? Is it somebody huge like a Drake? It all depends. It all depends.
Views from the whole competition came close to 1 million views, yielding about $1,118.
And that is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Almost a million views and you only hitting $1,000. For transparency, I work at Gamers Little Playground. We get millions of views all the time. We're making way more than just $1, $2, $3,000 a month.
And 68 cents. After tax, the
That's
revenue
crazy.
generated from the event would not have been enough to cover the prize money given to
Yeah,
the winners, which came up
100%.
to about $1,100.
Yeah,
And we haven't factored in the cost and time put
to
into
fly
running the
out.
event, like
Yep, the
graphic
event.
design for the event posters, live
Yep,
stream overlays,
yep,
thumbnails, event
yep,
marketing, copywriting, video production, shipping the prizes, managing the participants,
yep. I knew all this shit was coming, bro. I already knew. Yeah, that shit costs money, bro. It costs money. I think Swiss Beatbox has the money for it, but is that enough for Swiss Beatbox CEOs or runners or whoever's in charge? Is that enough for them? I don't know. I'm not gonna say Swiss Beatbox is just straight up greedy, but if you can make a couple extra $100, why not? Just saying.
conducting sound checks, creating sponsorship proposals, creating content for the sponsors, paying the
Yep, yep,
judges
yep,
and hosts,
yep.
and so much more. So
A
how
lot.
much does Beatbox content make on YouTube? For Beatbox organizations, well, if they're only battle videos right now, I would say probably not enough. How does this affect the beatbox economy? Well, it means that it is extremely difficult to rely solely on
Yep.
YouTube
You
revenue
need
to
sponsorships.
finance events. Most
You need
larger official
sponsorships.
events, whether online or in person, are able to run thanks to the support of government grants, sponsors, sufficient ticket
Or the
sales, and
community.
so on. Unless you're Elon Musk, financing the event out of your own pocket isn't a sustainable thing to do. Most events still happen because the organizing team is willing to sacrifice their time and resources,
Yep.
not for themselves,
That's
but
real
for the
shit.
community.
That's real
On
shit.
top of that, a large portion of Beatbox fans are mostly interested in Beatbox battles. Battle videos generate the most views, but even then, it's unlikely it would generate enough revenue to cover the cost, time, and resources put into organizing the event. Event organizers and their team need to make a living too. You can sacrifice a lot for what you're passionate about,
But passion don't pay the bills.
but if it doesn't pay the bills, you
You know what I'm
have no
saying?
choice but to give it up. And
Yep.
that's unfortunately a
100%.
common reality, not just within the beatbox niche, but across
Every
many
niche.
industries.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much it costs to run GBB and how much profit is made, but I
It costs a
wanted to
lot.
extend
When I saw that super huge stadium full of people,
this conversation
I knew
beyond
it cost a lot of money. When I saw the camera crews, I knew it costed a lot. 100%. When I got copyrighted on my videos, it had to cost a lot of money. There's just no way that it's cheap. Like a good way to try and make some money back is ticketing people out the door. I don't know if they do that, but that's one of the better ways to make some money if you can't get a sponsorship.
beyond Swiss Beatbox and GBB, because the beatbox world comprises of so many more competitions and communities that may run similarly but on a smaller scale. I hope that knowing all of this deepens your appreciation for those who are taking initiative to organize both online and offline events,
Yep.
including your online and local community leaders.
Same thing with the Smash Bros community right now. So many big Smash Bros events have been canceled, and a lot of big companies have pulled out because there's not a lot of money in esports in general. That's not just Smash. Esports in general, CS:GO, Fortnite. Actually, I think Fortnite's doing good because Epic Games is really deep into their esports program. So I think Fortnite is safe, but like CS:GO, Call of Duty, it all depends, man. It all depends. But yeah, I'm not surprised that GBB is struggling when it comes to paying their artists. That's no big surprise.
It isn't easy, and it's unlikely that it's profitable. Now let's go back to the topic of unfair compensation.
Now, it's a
How should
hard
we
one.
be thinking about the prize pool, not just for GBB, but for other major events like World Champs? How should we be thinking about artists not being paid for the millions of views that they generate, not just for GBB, but for other major events as well?
You need
What do we
contracts.
make of not just Maddox not being paid enough when he worked at Swiss Beatbox, but other people who work at beatbox organizations and artists who don't end up earning enough? There's much to be said, and it's difficult to address what was talked about in the podcast specifically
100%.
because there's limited information to work
Yep.
from, and I don't want to unfairly speculate. Still, I think it is really important to know
Responsible.
how to respond to these issues,
Hmm.
and I think considering the following two principles will be helpful. First of all, it is a right to be fairly compensated or rewarded based on what was agreed upon by the parties involved.
Okay.
And
Yeah. If it was agreed upon, I 100% agree.
number two, it is a privilege to make a living doing what you're passionate about. If
Okay, now that one, the second one, I don't really agree with.
involved. And number
Wait, it's a privilege? Okay, never
two,
mind. Yeah,
it
yeah,
is a
it's a privilege.
privilege to make a living doing what you're
It
passionate
is a
about. If
privilege.
someone
If
promises
you
you
got it.
$5,000 for winning a battle or getting 10 million views or editing videos, it is your right to receive it. If nothing
If it was agreed upon through legally binding means, yeah, because just saying, oh, he said this and he said that, that's how you get into a messy court battle where they end up just saying, okay, well, you're not going to get the 10,000 you want, but here's like $3,000.
was promised, then there's nothing
It's
to be
messy
said.
if there's no
If no
paperwork.
one knows what was or wasn't promised, then communication needs to happen so that people can make informed decisions. If you participate in a competition or work for an organization, it is your right to be treated fairly by the organization. The last thing
Uh,
organization, it is
Let me hear that again.
decisions. If you participate in a competition or work for an organization, it is your right to be treated fairly by the organization. The
It's your right to be treated fairly by an organization. Uh, uh, I don't know if that's a right, bro. Should it be a right? I agree, but so many people get treated like shit at work. Like, I don't expect these people that run competitions to treat their competitors like fairly. Should they? Yeah. It's just don't expect that, bro. Expect it to be treated like a number. Just like if you worked at Wendy's, if you worked at a Fortune 500, you're a number. Remember that.
the last thing we want is
Don't get your feelings involved, bro. Clock in, do your job, clock out. Hang out with your friends on the weekends.
treatment of staff and talent. If organizers fail to deliver, there should be transparency and accountability. On the flip side, participants and audiences should be fair to the organizers as well. There will never be a perfect event, so respond to those constructively too. It is also important to remember that it is a privilege to have competitors join your competition. They don't have to.
That's true. They
but
don't.
If they
They
do,
don't.
that's awesome. On
That
the
is
flip
true.
side, it is a privilege for battlers to have competitions to join in the first place. What
That's
more
true as well.
competitions with huge prize pools? And it is a privilege for viewers to have competitions to be excited about,
It's a privilege for viewers to get the content. Yeah.
just as it is a privilege for organizers to have audiences who witness the event. As an artist, it's a privilege to have a platform where you can share your music to millions of people, whether it's a platform others have built or one that you've built yourself. Fans, community organizations, and artists all play significant roles in building a healthy community that is not just trying to survive. If you want the beatbox community to thrive, consider this. Are you just a bystander, or are you a builder? And are you building something that lasts?
Um, I mean, interesting message at the end. Are you a bystander or are you a builder? Okay. So the thing is, GBB has already been built with Swiss. Not it hasn't been built with Swiss Beatbox taking the lead, but you guys have given them so much power in the space. Unless a lot of people stop going to Swiss Beatbox and start, building up Beatbox International, like right here, or Beatbox America, or all these other places, don't expect anything to change. Why would Swiss Beatbox change if they're making more money? It's a company. What is a company's job? Make more money. Sometimes you make more money by firing people. Don't believe me? Don't believe me? Look at Facebook stock. It keeps rising, yet you hear about all these people getting fired. It's Don't expect stuff to change just because you're being nice. These people, some have hearts, some don't. And the ones that don't have hearts usually are the ones that get to the top. So my advice would be, don't watch Swiss Beatbox. If you don't like how they were treating Maddox, if you don't like how they were treating so and so, don't watch them. Point blank and simple. Build your own thing and treat people right there. If you treat people right there, they're going to come to you, hopefully. If Swiss Beatbox is not so big. We can hear about how bad Twitter is all day and all night. Unless Elon Musk doesn't pay that bill and then Twitter literally goes out of commission, people will still use it. Even though you hear about how bad it is, the fake news, this and that. And I'm talking about legitimate fake news, like pretending mass shootings didn't happen, fake news, or the person that committed it isn't a, a activist or a Nazi or whatever. Like fake news runs wild. And unless somebody creates something better, it will not change. Don't expect it to change. It won't. And this is just a real ass take. I like this guy. I don't know his name, but I like him. I like how he's so positive. I like how he's caring. I like how he's um, forthcoming with saying, hey, we don't know the full story. I'm not going to spin some bullshit. I'm just going to say the money isn't really right. Um, but you can't really compare numbers like that. There's a lot to go into it. And he already said there was a lot to go into it. So I do respect him. I do respect his opinion. I like that he's positive about it. I do think things could change positively for GBB. I don't know if things could change positively for Swiss Beatbox because they might already be set in their ways because they've been doing this for years. It all depends. Maybe Maddox got the wrong end of the deal and everybody else is getting treated great. Or maybe a lot of people are treated bad and they're told to hush. I don't know. I don't know. None of us knows. Unless there's contract involved, we'll never know. If nobody goes to court, we'll never know. So what you can do is just build your own thing and grow from there. And building your own thing is hard as hell. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Hope you guys figure out what you got going on. I'm excited to hear more music from GBB. I mean, hopefully this drama can turn into something positive and you guys can grow. Because I do want to see GBB grow. I do like listening to the music. I like watching the competitions. And it'd be a shame for something that's literally growing to just get stomped out. But it's not just GBB, man. It's not just greed. The economy is fucked. We're in a recession. So I didn't know if you didn't know that, but yeah, there's a reason why your favorite beatboxer is still living with their mom. It's because fucking life sucks. And that's what happens. Anyways, it's your boy Miss. Comment, rate, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.